Hey guys, how we doing? Today's video is a little bit different. We are going to go into how do I stop caring what others think about me, the opinions that you're constantly hearing about you. Because I can promise you, the thing holding you back, it is not your skills. It might not even be your mindset. If you care what everyone around you says about you, you're losing. You have a leash around your neck, and we need to break it today, okay? And that's what we're going to get into. We're going to go back, and I'm going to share my story with this, that the hardest time in my life was my junior year of high school. By far the hardest. I lied about who I was, what I did, money made, grades, anything that you can think of a high school student could lie about, I lied about it. And I did it very well. And that was the time I hated myself the most. And I listened to what other people said. And their opinions hit me hard. I was extremely sensitive, and I still am. But what happened is I changed. People are like, how do you change? How do you really change? When the fear of staying the same is higher than the fear of changing, that's when you change. When I looked at a program for over $7,000, the second one that I was going to buy, and I looked at my bank account and I was like, I really do need this. I don't know if I should do it. It's a lot of money. Yeah, I don't know. The thing that made me buy it wasn't the value of it. It was, if I don't buy it and the slight chance something happens where I fail and I go back to who I was, can I allow that to happen? Absolutely not. There is no plan B for me. I have to achieve this. I have no other option circulating in my head, okay? This is hard. How do I stop caring about others' opinions? The hardest time of my life was my junior. No. How do I stop caring what other people think about me? This is a really important question to me because it took me a long time to figure this out. And the truth kind of comes in my past. So, my junior year of high school, everyone has their story. Mine was junior year of high school. That was the hardest time in my life. A lot of family issues happened, and I naturally started to lie about everything I did, money made, grades, anything you can think that a high school student could lie about, I did, and I did very well. And it went on for a while, and I changed. I started a business. I became financially independent. I can see the next 10 years of my life and what it's going to look like at the end, and I'm so excited to be there. And I get a lot of, like, what changed? I have a friend who asked me today, like, wanting to start a business, and you can tell they're not all the way there, and they're like, what did it for you? And it's fear. When the fear of staying the same finally is higher than your fear of change, that's when you change. You don't change when it's below, because you're going to default to what's less scary to you. When the fear of me staying the same finally broke over the fear of change, that's when I changed. Because that was less scary than staying the same to me. Staying the same to me of who I was a year ago, that scares me. I will never go back to that person. Ever. And that naturally, I built my confidence from keeping my word to myself and all this other stuff that made me happy. But with that, with my dream especially, I have a lot of things I want to do. A lot of things that people don't understand with who I originally stuck with in my inner circles. And so, how do you stop caring about the opinions of others? You don't. I don't think you do. The opinions that you care about and that you let in, those people change. That's what happens. This channel has under 100 subscribers at this moment. I already have people texting me and DMing me that this is a terrible idea. This isn't going to work. Your course is terrible. Tons of, terrible stuff. And I'm a sensitive person at heart. And the reason I can ignore all that is because it's negative. When you start changing and you have a goal and you know who you are and you know your dream, why are you going to listen to a negative person? It doesn't make any sense, because if you do, then they're right. Don't you want to prove them wrong? Like, don't you want to prove them wrong? And it's tricky because I have a lot of friends from college. I don't really have too many high school friends, but my friends from college are like who I really connected with. And once I dropped out, I had two sets of friends. And naturally with who I am, my lifestyle's very different than them. From both of them. And I have a group of friends that makes jokes about me now. Says I'm attention seeking. Says that if I fail, they're gonna laugh in my face for the rest of time. Bunch of other stuff. I'm a joke at their events and stuff. And I have another group who is super loyal to me. I will never understand their lifestyle, but they're super loyal to me, and I love them to death. And naturally pulling away from some, but even the other group still voices their opinions to me on what I'm doing. And it all comes back to one piece of advice that I will follow for the rest of my life. And it is, I will never, in a million years, I will never listen to advice from someone I wouldn't trade places with. Or someone who is on the path for something that I have no interest in. If you are in college and you drink and you party, you stay awake till 3 a.m., you do all this crap, there is a reason I dropped out. I hate that. I want nothing to do with it. And if you're giving me opinions on life and that is where you're at, it is going in and out. I have no interest at all in what you're saying to me. If you're saying anything heartfelt or having like a moment, yeah, I'm gonna listen to you. If you're telling me what I should be doing with my life, you're not getting a second of my time at all. And I will tell you that. Like, I will tell you to your face, I'm not doing that. That's a terrible idea. Or I'm going to do it anyways. I don't care. I don't care about those opinions. The opinions you listen to shift. Now, this is really important because I always believed, oh, I'm so mentally tough and all this. Even if I'm around all these naysayers, I'm going to stay strong. I'm not going to listen to them. I was right to a point, but you don't realize how wrong and how much they bring you down when you shift over to people that uplift you. You are not always going to be in a high motivated state. It is not possible. When you are part of a team, that's when you grow. When you have mentors and the people around you want you to grow, that's when you shoot up. And obviously, as humans, we're in and out. Sometimes we're high, sometimes we're low. If your teammate's high, you're bringing up with them and vice versa. If you're like this and you're surrounded by people who are always here, when you hit this wave, you get brought down. And you don't realize it. And you're not going to realize it. I don't care what you think. Because it is a fact that when you are with people who are highly driven, you are naturally going to go with them. As if you're with people who are negatively thinking, you are naturally going to get brought down. The opinions that you hear, you're going to hear them. The ones that aren't going to affect you are the ones that you know are not important at all. They are just words. They have no meaning. I will only listen to my mentors because they have the life that I want. I will only listen to my dad because I trust and respect him. I will only listen to my family because that is a core value of mine. Those are the people I listen to. I will not listen to my friends on how I should spend my money when they spend $50 a weekend on drinks and won't spend like $20 on a self-help course on how to spend money. That is not the type of person you should be listening to. Listen to the people that you want to be. I am proud of who I am, but I am nowhere near where I want to be. And if I listen to the opinions around me, I am for sure not going to achieve my dreams because I want to build a legacy. And with that, you have to pay a high price, and comes a lot of hard work and a lot of people misunderstanding you. And I am not asking for anyone to understand me. Famous thing Mark Cuban said: if you want to be understood, you're going to be poor, because I understand poor people. And I was like, dang, I want to be understood. Crap, I gotta get out of that mindset. And as soon as I did, I shot through the moon. I'm so happy with where I am today. I am so happy with my business. I am happy where I'm going. Yeah, I make mistakes. Am I gonna let the opinions of others matter to me? Absolutely not. I'm chasing my dream. If your dream is to go to college and get a degree, that's awesome. If you're doing it, do it. That's great. That is not my dream. I'm not listening to you on any of this. Know who you are. Because in the end, I don't think you can stop hearing the opinions. I don't think you can ever stop caring what other people think about you, but you're going to care. If you can do it, you can shift who you care to listen to. The opinions of people that you want to chase and you want to be like. Not the people trying to drag you down. Not the people that it may come from a place of love. Like, that's too risky. Are you really sure? I don't really know what you're doing. It's love. But it's love coming from a place of who they are. Are they in a place that you want to be in? No? Don't listen to them. Don't listen to them. It's that simple. Why would you listen to them? If your dream is to go there and they're telling you to go there, why would you go with them? I'm extremely passionate on this because I got caught up in this for so long. And I had a lot of mentors being like, cut off your friends if they're negative influences on you. And I had all this. And I'm like, they're negative influences, but they're good people. They're loyal. How do you balance that? And as I worked harder and harder, they naturally split up from my life. Because I was always working and their lifestyle was so different than mine. We had completely different goals. That's not true. We had very similar goals. I think everyone wants to be rich, but our actions were completely different. And our lifestyles are completely different. We're completely different people. And within that group, there's one that's loyal to me, and there are the ones that make the jokes. And if you know where you want to go, and you know who you are, it really comes down to you would be an idiot to listen to people who are in a place that you don't want to be in. It comes down to that. Why would you care about the judgment of others? Why? It doesn't make any sense to me anymore. And it's hard for me to explain to you because I can't even go back to who I was a year ago to understand what I was thinking because it made no sense. It shouldn't make any sense to you because in your head, it's like, I don't care what people think. Okay, are you chasing your dreams? Are you honest with who you are? Are you authentic? No? Then you care about what people think. You're not being you. It's that simple, guys. I know it's really not, but that is my view on it. It took a while for me to do it. And if you can start taking actionable steps to chase your dreams, and if they're big and crazy like mine, you're going to get people that disagree with you and think you're crazy. Because I am crazy, but I'm not insane. I'm not a bad human being. And people think I am. And I don't care because they're wrong. I know who I am. I have confidence in that. And so that's my message to you. I really hope that helps. I hope you find some clarity in that. And I would just say just start by truly being you. Okay? Like the video, subscribe to the channel, it would mean the world to me. Have a good night.